Hey, everybody, and welcome to my in5 series where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Mute Speaker Beats writes in and says, I was wondering if you always keep all the gear that accumulated. Very common thing on YouTube beat production channels. I always think about could get out of hand after a while, I'd imagine. So I guess I will say I'm honored that you would even consider me to be a YouTube beat or production channel. I don't look at myself that way. Um, while I could go that way, or I could try and like advertise or grow the channel a lot more. For me, I'm really just trying to get education out there for folks and just talk about like why I do things or how you might go about doing things that are very specific, which isn't super exciting, I think, for the broad amount of people out there. That said, yeah, I don't get anything for free. I've paid for all of my own music gear and software and things here. There's been a couple things that maybe have come through just as being part of like a beta program or something to get like a key for a piece of software here or there, but I wouldn't say any of that has been part of my main process or workflow, and I haven't really attached any of that by and large to this channel. Instead, I've been really trying to focus on some specific gear, some workflows that like, I find work for me, and this has kind of resulted in especially where I'm going right now, is I'm just trying to get rid of a lot of things that are sitting around and taking up space and not getting used much. Um, I said like a year and a half ago in a video that I was trying to downsize to get my setup to by and large fit on my desk, which means I have a limited amount of, very limited and constrained amount of space. For example, the Euro rack gear, I just couldn't make it work and still have some space that was flexible on my desk to be able to take some of the smaller devices in and out to be able to work with, play with, make videos on. So, for me, because I'm paying my own money, I would say there's a different attachment to devices for me. If I have something that I've spent $400 or $500 on and it's just sitting around doing absolutely nothing, I'm going to be more incentivized to sell it and recover some of that money. So for me, I'm really trying to put a limit on how much money I'm spending on this as a hobby, and really trying to think about um, where I may go with some of these things. So, you guys may have seen, I did grab a move, was very interested in it and excited about it. And I haven't made a ton of videos on this channel. I have probably made about 60 to 80 little stems or stubs of songs on it, but it hasn't quite flourished or grown into something that I'm like, oh, I really want to use this. I'm not quite ready to sell it because it's very active under development still, and I think that it may mature into something else. But like that's an example of something that I may get rid of at some point. Um, the Euro rack gear, as I said, it just took up a lot of space, and each little module has you have to kind of learn how to work with and use it. Whereas, I've got like the MPC. I've been a big MPC head and a Kai sampler guy for I don't know, 20 plus years. So for me, like I understand, even if I don't always agree with some of the ways that those things are put together, how they work. Um, but that said, the Akai rack samplers do take up a lot of space, and a question I've been asking myself is, do they add enough value for it? I mean, I got some of this stuff when they were basically people were just kind of tossing them out, get rid of them, and got it pretty cheap, all things considered, especially what I could probably get for selling most of this gear at this point. Similarly, the SP 202, 303, 404, I don't know. Like they've been sitting boxed up for quite a while. And while I do enjoy using them when I pull them out for specific things, the amount of time it takes to go through the process of deleting content off of them, like even if I like the sound of it, it is or becomes a fairly large amount of work to work with. So I just haven't. Um, I don't know. I'm going through trying to understand what I'm going to do with these things. So, yeah, mute speaker beats. Um, I don't keep this stuff around forever. I have absolutely sold off far more gear than I've ever like owned at any one time, and I do kind of still feel like I've got a bit too much that is here. So, last year picked up a P6, and while I was there, I was like, you know what, it looks kind of cool. We'll get an S1. So I got the P6, the S1, the Move. I picked up the Teenage Engineering OPXY. Um, it's a lot of gear to have picked up and try and learn and figure out, and it's just easy for me to kind of fall back on the MPC and a couple synths that I have on the desk here and be just as happy and feel just as productive, if not more productive, than kind of going through some of this newer stuff I've picked up. So, you know, I have some soul searching to do, but I know every time I see people that have like a setup on their desk where they've got like two or three pieces of gear and they're just making tons of music, I get kind of jealous where I'm like, I should probably do that. So I think for me, what I'm looking to do is kind of figure out what's my desk setup look like, where I have it just everything hooked up, where I can play with things. Maybe I can take the quick disconnect the MPC to go work with, or take with me if I want. And then what's just a smaller or very, very constrained setup look like? Something that's mobile. I can just throw in a backpack when I go travel. Doesn't take up a lot of space, easy to keep recharged or working with the battery and go have fun. So, I'm trying to work through those things, and I think I'll get there. And if anybody's interested, let me know. I'm happy to talk about kind of what my decisions are or why I bought or sold things, but I haven't been really trying to be a review channel. I haven't been trying to like stir up trouble for anybody or anything. Like I don't know. I don't really care about the drama side of these things, but yeah, guys, let me know. Anyway, thank you for the question. Everybody else, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.